We don't know whether this is going to work or not. I have technical difficulties. We're trying to share the audio because I think that there's supposed to be really good audio in what we're going to do
Yeah,
today. Anyways,
I can sing. I can sing and hum along. Because I have it in my ear. We'll make it.
How was your weekend?
It was great, but I have a question for you, Mike.
Yeah.
If I recall, I remember like a conversation we had a while ago where I had kind of bit the Animal Crossing bug, and your comment was something to the effect of, "I don't get it."
I don't get it still.
Then I saw some Facebook, and you all were all excited that you made your first flimsy net. I was excited. I was excited that you made a flimsy net, but you're still not quite sure.
I get the mechanics, I guess, of it now. I don't get the appeal. And it's funny because good morning, Becky. I get it's funny because I like city building type games. I like management type games. I like even farming type games.
Yep.
So this should be the funny thing is I never really got into what's that really good farm game that has the story that Glenn likes too.
I love that game. Stardew Valley.
Yeah, see, I never got into Stardew Valley either, and I get it because that's like a
Stardew Valley. Game. I loved Stardew Valley. I mean, I love it. I would go back to that. I find from a game perspective, but it's funny because they are very similar. I wonder is it maybe a little too frou-frou for you?
I don't know. You mean Animal Crossing?
Yeah.
Maybe a little.
Yeah.
I certainly don't like how much they talk to me.
You know what? That's driving me a little batty too, especially when have you gone to try to fly? Well, you have to other islands, right? And
get on with it.
Yeah, well, that, and I'm never. I mean, I know I'm not going to be playing with somebody else in my house or whatever. So at least for the next 8 months or so, I'm not going to be doing the local play thing. So why don't you just remember that I'm an online kind of guy and just take me online, because that's a whole bit of dialogue that I don't need. I agree with that.
So but, I don't get the appeal. I don't. But I
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Listen, whatever helps people survive in this absolutely brutal hellscape we live in right now. I am absolutely fine with. I care not for what you're interested in the sense that, if it makes you happy, it makes you happy.
I'm with you.
This should make people happy. Segue. #segue.
So.
Assassin's Creed Discovery Tour. There's 2 of these. Ancient Greece and Egypt. Ancient Egypt. And it's funny, actually. We had the game director for the Discovery Tour version of this on Education, actually, back when this Ancient Greece came out. And so I actually tagged him in Twitter, and I reached out to Ubisoft's PR team, because they are who got a hold of us to have him on, and said, does he want to stream with us? So we'll see if we can make that happen sometime in the next 4 days. So we are streaming Greece today and tomorrow. And Wednesday, we're taking off entirely. No streams on Wednesday. I don't know how people are going to get by.
Sorry.
And then streaming Thursday and Friday, Ancient Egypt. I'm pretty excited because, the combination of this being like this is a real game. This is a real game, right? With like real graphics and all of that stuff. So, and I have a really good computer, so I'm excited to see how good it looks. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, no doubt. So a couple things. So I believe, I don't know that it's always free, but it is free this week from what I saw. So that makes it a great week for us to stream, because you can go pick it up. Ubisoft has their wait now.
Isn't
I
it?
think I do hear your sound.
Sanctuary.
Do you really?
Architectural
Are you
marvel.
showing my screen or is that your screen?
I'm
that's
showing
you.
my
If you have any
screen.
questions,
A woman
don't
talking.
hesitate to
Yep,
ask.
totally.
That's
shoot.
well,
Yep,
she just
yep.
stopped. Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, cool. So now we can't. I don't think there's multiplayer.
There is not multiplayer.
Okay, so we will. I'll jump in and play a little bit, but I'll also watch what you're doing.
So
Mostly.
so this is like it's pretty on rails. So Assassin's Creed is a open world game, right? Where you can travel kind of anywhere. I haven't played a lot of Assassin's Creed, I'll admit.
I haven't.
I'm not good at like action games, like stabby, stealth action type games. Those aren't my. I'm not. I'm not good at them. I don't know why. I'm ready for a quiz already. They're quizzing me already, Steve.
Wow, that's a lot of education.
I'm ready for a quiz.
You're confident enough for a test?
She
Very
thinks.
well.
See, I hear it, Mike. I wonder if
Right.
Becky, do you hear it?
For Athens' patronage.
Yeah. I mean, I assume if you hear it, she hears it. Can you? Oh, I didn't hear the question because you were talking.
Which two gods competed for Athens' patronage?
Which two gods competed for Athens' patronage?
Hmm.
Oh boy, I don't know the answer to these questions.
Let's
Is
see.
this a formative assessment? I hope so. Let's
there we go. Let's see.
Let's choose
Yeah,
Athena and Ares.
I was thinking anything with Zeus.
Okay, let's choose the one with Zeus.
Zeus overthrew his father Kronos and sealed the Titan away, but they never battled.
Sorry.
Try another answer.
Let's try another one, Mike.
I'm gonna try the one that I was gonna guess.
Yeah.
Not quite.
Ah.
Athena and Ares would fight each other in the Trojan War, with Athena siding with the Greeks and her brother supporting Troy.
Oh, Athens. Becky says
Athena.
Yeah, Athena. Let's go with it.
Correct.
Oh, Mark Otter. Mark Otter chimes in. He knows.
Athens' patronage.
God.
As for who won, the answer is in the city's name. On to
Mark
the next-
Otter was there.
On to the next
Who sculpted
question.
the statue of Athena in the Parthenon?
I did. Oh my god. Maybe this one that says Sculptoricles.
What was the question? I missed this one.
I must confess, I made that name up.
Yeah.
Listen, that's not an answer, Otter.
Poseidon. I think he was talking about the last one still.
I don't really want to do a quiz.
Correct.
No.
Renowned
Oh, but you got it.
I'm locked in now.
You did ask to do a quiz.
I did.
And now,
You had a
final
choice.
question. Which
Final
kings
question.
believed to be
The other thing
under
that's funny,
Aria's
sorry,
tutelage?
I gotta mention this is not related to the game, but my mom has been watching us stream.
Awesome.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
And she said to me in a text message on the weekend, I think she said you yawn a lot. And it's true. So I made the coffee like right away. Instead of making a coffee first thing in the morning, I made it just before we started so that I could drink it while we're playing, and not yawn so much. That was the last question.
So my mom, on a similar mom note, my mom watched one of my things that I was doing, and she texted me. She said, "Oh, I really enjoyed this, that, the other thing, but I hope the beard's not permanent." All right, so let's see.
I stopped like fully shaving about 3 or 4 years ago, and just like bought a trimmer and just make it less.
Less.
Leonidas was a Spartan.
Good morning, Miss Lee.
He would not have been buried in Athens.
I'm failing.
again.
I am so failing this test.
I think it's.
Gekrops was the mythological.
You got it, Mike.
I got it.
And his tomb was said to be under the Erechtheion. It seems you know much about this place. Well done, wanderer.
Yeah. She's looking perplexed. Like
Okay,
what do you
that's
mean
all for now.
Hopefully, we will see each other again soon.
Okay, so here's what I do know. There are there are guided tours that you can take. Okay, so you can be taken down a path, and it'll stop at like an object like this, and it'll
Mhm.
tell you. I'm gonna just go down this path because I'm curious. Where it takes me. I did obviously play this before, so I'm not sure if it's saving my progress from a. Get out of the way,
Oh,
kid.
Mike. You just kicked that kid over. Remember, that was the other game we were playing the other day. That's
Okay,
not this one.
What does this do? What does this do? Interact.
The Parthenon is one
Ooh.
of the most well-known buildings in the world and an enduring symbol of ancient Greek civilization. While it is located on the Acropolis, the building is not a traditional temple. It was built by the sculptor Phidias and the architects Callicrates and Ictinus as a great monument to the glory of the city of Athens. That glory is evident in its many carvings. One of the most carved monuments in Greek architecture, the Parthenons Decorations depict several mythological scenes. These include the birth of Athena, her fight against Poseidon for the patronage of Athens, the gods' battle with the giants, and the procession of the great Panathenea.
So there it is. We just learned about the Parthenon. And so it records that you go into all of these places and you get like check marks and stuff. There's supposed to be, I feel like, open tour menu. That's tab.
Yeah, there's a bunch of
Ah,
tours,
hi.
and it keeps track of which ones you've completed also.
Right. So here's a world map. Oh my! See, check
It's
it
like-
out. Like it's huge.
It's like gamifying history.
It's
And-
the only thing I don't like about, like, I like that. Sorry, so I like that there are like you have to, there are objectives like achievements or whatever. Oh, character selection. Oh, you unlock characters, Steve.
Oh,
Complete Battles and Wars tour. Complete Battles
Ooh.
and Wars tour. So when you complete various tours, you unlock various.
now this is pulled essentially right out of Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
The assets are, yeah.
Well, I mean, even in other words, I believe it's even a lot of the playthrough is the same, just taking away the challenge and such in order to, make it easy to navigate and just explore. So in other words, they took the content from the full game and just sort of, made it in this way. So there's not the whole challenge part, which, I mean, I don't know if there's any. I mean, there's interaction, of course. I wonder if there's any still gameplay per se.
Whoa.
Like, let's see if you could fall off there.
What is this? What does synchronize mean?
I don't know. Hit it. Wow. Whoa. How did you get up there?
The magic
Oh.
of fast travel.
So synchronize unlocks maps. Okay. Now, what happens if you try to fall off of there, Mike?
There's a bear, Steve.
But I'm just wondering if
There's
if
a bear, though.
Right.
Okay, no, I'm going.
Oh, it does let you.
Oh.
Okay, I just
Well,
wanted
it
to
let,
see if
it let you drop down here, but it
All
doesn't
right.
let you go any further than that.
Okay. There's one spot to jump.
It does not let you jump on the bear and ride him.
That's a different game.
Oh, that's a bear and a moose.
It's like yeah.
A reindeer, maybe. I don't know. What's native to Greece?
Wait, now it says usually there's a hay bale or something below, I guess, that you could jump on.
Well,
What?
oh, whoa.
Wait. Okay. So you
All
did
right.
jump. All right.
Where's that bear? Oh, this is the moose.
Do you have a bow and arrow or anything?
The reindeers. They are all stuck. Oh, there's people down here, Steve. You can jump down. Oh,
Okay, there's the bear.
hello, bear. Oh, he's with someone. A bear person. Oh,
Whoa. Don't hurt the bear person.
And this looks clearly like the Ark of the Covenant
Hmm.
or something.
Or the
Right,
Temple
so there
of the
are
Golden.
people. They are like bandits or something.
Hey, Shouts, have you played this yet?
Wow, no violence at all. Yeah, no, there's no violence. So I'm running through the forest.
No, I know, but have you played Discovery Tour versus the actual, games?
So
Okay. I like that it's still open world. Like
it's
that.
very open world. Hold X to call your horse. I can call a horse?
It sounds like the bear. Oh, there you go.
What magic is this?
That's how they did it in
Hello,
ancient Greece.
Oh, get out of the way, moose. Oh, they didn't like me almost running them over. So you can clearly just go anywhere, which is so cool. Dismount. Hold E to dismount. No, I don't want to do that.
Now, is there a map or a compass type thing? I'm not
Yeah.
seeing
No,
it.
totally. If you hit tab and then go
Okay.
to map.
And is that where you are?
So I fast traveled to this ruins of Artemis, but
Okay.
now I'm here.
Okay, neat.
But like you can go. It looks
Can
like
you-
you can fast travel.
Oh, so you
to
can fast travel
anywhere.
anywhere. Let's go to one of the islands, like one of the smaller
Yeah.
islands.
One of the smaller islands.
Maybe
Cool.
Mykonos, or do you see it there?
Where was it?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just. It's one of the.
Are you making?
No,
up an island name?
I've been to Mykonos.
Have you?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It was post ancient Greece days, though.
Really?
Yeah.
You missed that era.
Yeah, I missed that era. But yeah, I did. I actually did. I
You
spent,
got there. You got there just as it ended. Man, I missed it. All right, so let's go to
Beautiful, though.
Paros.
Okay,
Fast travel. Yeah,
that's cool.
little Assassin's Creed time warp tunnel thing.
Mm-hmm. Is that a thing in the game? Like if you unlock areas?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of a. Oh, okay. It put me
Nice.
on a statue again.
Now let's try to go down and
look
let's
at
see
that.
if we can. Let's see if our horse can make it all the way over here.
Oh, there's a whale.
Nice.
So, I believe that you. Okay, Paros Harbor E close. Okay, so synchronize.
I don't understand that part again because that's what he was saying unlocks something to do with the map, but I don't know if it just recognizes maybe that we were here. I don't know.
Super cool looking though.
Yeah, beautiful.
It is. All right, so I'm gonna jump. Whoa! Eek. No fall damage.
Nope. Try to call
Alright.
your horse here. Will it come?
Calling.
But you so
horse.
Shout says, but you are not unlocking key features like quests. Okay, my guess is it's just kind of recognizing that we've been here, but we would still have to complete all of the quests and things, which is really.
Can you jump in the water?
My guess is that the nice. My guess is that the quests are more like just following the linear tour, which will feel, I hope, a little more interesting than just learning, from the NPCs. But I imagine it's essentially that. All right, hit E. All right, that is awesome.
Wow. Things got illegal real quick.
Things got illegal. Grand Theft Sailboat.
Grand Theft Ancient Greek Sailboat. I don't know how that's not a game.
It is now.
I wonder if you can take control of these bigger boats. Can I be a pirate?
Yeah, you just have to beat up the guy on the boat and then take it over, I think.
Not sure it's possible. Oh, and they're going way faster than me.
But that looks great. How fun is this?
I'm gonna cut off this one over here. These are like warships.
I'm going to try something now, too. So how did you get to the map thing? You hit tab first? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I could fast travel, I guess, anywhere. So it's just wide open, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Although, why
Let's
don't I
do
see
these
my
boats.
mouse? There we go.
Whoa, big wave. All right. How do I get up on this boat? Is it possible? Jump. How do I jump? That's I
Spacebar.
think it's the shift button.
All right, so I just went to a
It's funny
different
when
island.
you approach, they
Wow.
take their things.
I'm on the top of a boat. So how did you? Oh yeah, so shift is definitely jump, I guess, huh? So you could swim. I like that. Wow,
All right,
I mean, this is gorgeous.
So can you fast travel from off the boat? That's interesting too.
Probably.
So what do we should go on one of these
Let's go on a
tours.
quest. Yeah, tour.
So this is okay, yeah, here we go. So let's do the Acropolis of Athens. No, let's not do that one. Let's see what other tours are there. So what's cool is it
Did you fast track back to the to Athens?
You can fast travel to the tours too. So there's lots of tours. Station 6. So let's find one that's like,
let's do one on one of the. Let's do something a little obscure. Let's do that.
Spartan politics.
So what happens when you go there? You can just click on that and it'll start that tour. Or
I'm gonna go to tour.
Okay, cool.
So let's see what the tour does. All right. So I believe I got to talk to this gentleman right here. Learn the nuance of Sparta's unique political system. Start tour.
Greetings, visitor. You stand in Sparta's political center, where all of the city's most important decisions were made. You should feel honored.
I would like to begin the tour. Let's ask who he is first.
My name is Leonidas. I am a king of Sparta. But do not think me some idle aristocrat softened by luxury. When Spartans go to war, I stand alongside them shield to shield. And my spear tastes the same blood as those of my men.
All right, cool.
Sparta's political system was unique in the Greek world. While Athenians wasted hours on end whining and wagging their tongues at each other, Spartan kings made their decisions swiftly and deliberately. They preferred action over words. Come find me again when you finish your visit. We will speak more then. Farewell.
So does that mean we now? I mean, so in other words, that wasn't a whole tour. So do we now follow? Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
so I like that.
Then you get a path.
Okay, that's cool.
And every path you go to, go to one of these things.
Sparta's political system differed from most of Greece's. One of its most distinctive features was that it was ruled by 2 kings. These kings belonged to 2 separate dynasties, the Eurypontids and the Aegeads, both of which were said to be descended from Heracles. Both kings shared equal powers, and disputes between them required the intervention of special magistrates known as ephors. However, if one of the kings were more charismatic or experienced, they could influence the weaker king's choices.
Right. So you learn that it was ruled by 2 kings, and then you go to the next part of the tour.
Spartan kings had several responsibilities and functions. As lifetime magistrates, they were technically Sparta's priests and strategists, and their duties encompassed everything.
So if you clicked learn more, you get this.
Spartan kings had several responsibilities.
And it still plays the audio from the video.
As lifetime magistrates, they were technically Sparta's priests and strategists.
How about that?
And their duties encompassed everything from politics to justice. Originally, both kings would lead military campaigns in times of war. However, from 507 BCE onwards, only one of the 2 kings could be head of the army. On the battlefield, kings were accompanied by 300 elite soldiers for protection. But being a king wasn't only about working and fighting. They enjoyed special privileges
I
as
mean,
well.
my gosh, this is
Kings
what
at the
an
expense
interactive,
owned royal
textbook should
estates in the
be.
surrounding Perioic cities and received the majority of the spoils of war. When they passed away, they were buried with special honors, and the population mourned them for a period of 10 days, from politics to justice. Originally, both kings would lead military campaigns in times of war.
Harrison.
From 507 BCE onwards, only one of the two kings could be head of the army. On the battlefield, kings were accompanied by 300 elite soldiers for protection. But being a king wasn't only about working and fighting. They enjoyed special privileges as well. Spartan kings lived at the expense of the city, owned royal estates in the surrounding Perioic cities, and received the majority of the spoils of war. When they passed away, they were buried with special honors, and the population mourned them for a period of 10 days.
So if I could just for a second, Mike. So
Yeah.
so Harrison, who's here, and welcome, is one of my game club kids, and it's been awesome because we have virtual game club now on Mondays and Thursdays since we're not in school, and so far twice at least, when Harrison and I jumped into game club, he had shared that he had watched our stream, and we continued with what we were doing. So like one morning we did hubs, in the stream, and then Harrison and I were creating a hub later in the afternoon. And when we did core, Harrison created a battle royale style game, and we played that during game club. So I have a feeling Harrison's going to be downloading Discovery Tour, and maybe we'll be jumping back into that this afternoon. So
and
anyway.
Harrison learned something already.
Yes,
today.
he did. That's great.
So how about that?
About the two kings.
So
I'll be honest, I learned it too.
There's these purple ones that aren't the same as the pathway. Let's see what they do. Okay, so these are like your unlockables. Cool. So if you you can look, you can hide, you can learn more, and it'll tell us about the specific person, and you can close. And then if you go here, so it turns to blue, it turns to a check mark. And this will take us to the other one. So you can close. And then you carry on. Following the line. The amazing thing about it being like an Assassin's Creed product, obviously, is the engine, and the thing that's powering it is a AAA game, one of the biggest video game franchises in the history of video games. And so that means that there's basically they have access to all of these assets and graphics and resources that are the budget for an Assassin's Creed game is in the $100 million range.
Yeah, but I mean, when you leverage what you already have, look at the potential for, we can go far beyond, they've already done Egypt and Greece, and they have the resources and the assets for other, curriculum as well.
Well, they are making, I'll tell you in a second.
As priests, which helped remind their subjects of their divine connection to Heracles and Zeus.
So they announced at E3 Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is a Vikings-themed Assassin's Creed game. And I'll tell you, I'm going to, they're making a Discovery Tour for that because the game director for Discovery Tour, Maxime Durand, if you go look at his Twitter account, he's retweeting a lot of Norwegian stuff and Viking history stuff. He's obviously working on a Vikings version of this, which would be awesome. So amazing. So amazing. Oh, a bird just flew onto my arm. You know what else is kind of cool is when you like.
Becky brings up a good point about the technology requirements, but thanks to Moore's law, I think we're going to get to a point where the school computers would handle, and if we're thinking of it compared, I mean, granted, there's a long way to go, but if we could completely get rid of the history textbooks, then all of a sudden the device that needs to run some of this would be a little easier to rationalize. And yeah, when you think of some of the streaming potential these days and where that's going, my goodness.
Imagine, so I hate to do it because we're in a completely different game, and but it's hard not to avoid bringing up our favorite game, and that, so I actually have a very, like an assignment that was super popular that I made with my with the grade 5 team. Where they had to recreate a ancient structure from Greece or Rome, and they had to do a ton of research on, the structure that they were going to recreate, and then they were going to build it in Minecraft. And imagine, like, you could go into here, and like, I mean, I don't know how much more detailed of a building you could get. And you could take this and use this as your source material, or one of your sources, to design a building similar.
Minecraft Discovery Tour.
Minecraft Discovery Tours, right? I mean, pretty
and
amazing.
Imagine, I mean, as a global project too, you know how many people would jump in and be like, ooh, we're going to create this one and then make it available, and we're going to create ancient Egypt and make it available. And I mean, we could do, and imagine if the kids are the ones contributing that to the educational ecosystem.
Oh, there's a first person. Interesting. All right, next part of the tour here. Let's go.
The ephors, or overseers, were 5 magistrates elected by the Spartan Assembly. They were chosen from amongst Spartan citizens over 30 and served for 1 year with no possibility of re-election. The ephors played a large part in the city and were considered the most democratic agents in the Spartan political system. They had judicial power and ordered the dispatching of the Spartan army during wars. They also met and negotiated with representatives from other states, in addition to running the Agoge, the Spartan education system. While not as powerful as the 2 kings, the ephors still held great sway over Sparta's affairs.
Here we go. The ephors.
I'd like to coin a new term, agogaji.
So the ephors are kind of like the U.S. Senate. And the idea of the Senate is actually from ancient Greece. So, I mean, yeah. I love these. Like, the markets are just amazing. Oh, that guy's wearing no clothes. Look at how beautiful this is. It's so nice.
The Gerousia was the Spartan Council of Elders.
It was made up of the 2 current kings, as well as 28 elders called Gerontes.
They were Spartan citizens over the age of 60, the cutoff age for military duty. They were elected for life by the Spartan Assembly. The Gerousia, similar to Athens' Boulé, handled legislative and financial matters. It could submit bills and motions to the Assembly, and could also cancel Assembly decisions with the power of veto. To ensure that the right of veto did not weaken the Assembly, ephors were introduced to keep the Gerousia in check and maintain a steady balance of power. This allowed Sparta to include more just elements in its political system.
Find a 10 or 15 minute tour that you can take us on when I'm done this one, Steve.
Okay.
All right, I think we're almost done. I think we have. I would love to rebuild like this environment in Minecraft. We're using this as the guide. I think you would learn a lot just through the recreation process. I think
The
this is
Spartan
the last one.
Assembly, or the Apella, was made up of Spartan citizens who were over 30 years old. Its exact meeting place remains unknown, but it was presided over by a special member of the Ephors called the eponymous Ephor. The Apella had limited authority, since any decision it made could be overruled by the Gerousia. But thanks to the efforts of the Ephors, it still played an important role in Spartan society.
All
The
right, I'm ready
Apella
when you are, Mike.
like foreign affairs,
Awesome.
war declarations, peace negotiations, and more. They also elected Ephors and Gerousia members, and could both grant political rights to foreigners and remove them from Spartan citizens. Unlike the myriad sources on the functions of the Athenian assembly, the exact details of the Apella's decision-making process are unknown.
Even like the camera, the panning of the camera and stuff is really cool. To respond to Becky, one of the cool things, there are games that actually have historians on staff. This is one of them for sure. The other one that I know of for a fact is believe it or not, the company, the World of Tanks, the game World of Tanks, and there's like World of Warships and World of, I think it's airplanes or something like that. But there's 3 games, right? But World of Tanks is like the most well known. They actually have like a giant staff of historians. It is a giant part of their budget. I used to know the CEO of that company, and he, oh well, don't run into me, dude. All right, so I think that this is it. I think that this is
I
our
see
last
you
one.
finished. I hope you've
Congratulations.
more about the inner workings of Spartan politics. Our way of ruling was not conventional, to say the least, but it served our purpose as well. What would you like to do?
What would I like to do? I don't want to take the quiz. But here, so after you do the tour, you could totally take a quiz.
Maybe we should. Maybe we should and use the a little crowdsourcing to see how we do after we've actually.
No. I want to go. I want you to take us on a tour.
All right, I will. All right,
Do
let's
it.
see. So I was thinking we needed a little war in our lives. So I'm gonna go up to this dude. Okay, now let's see, because I haven't done this yet. Start tour. Hey, you probably don't hear my sound.
No. We should build World of Educators. I actually have an idea for about teachers.
All right, so we're learning about a war here, folks.
Nice. That's a cool view because you can see all of the parts of the.
He's going to wait for us at the end of the tour. All right, let's do it.
That's nice.
I hope we get to see some reenactment.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Why would anybody need to fight in such a beautiful world? I guess they want the beautiful world.
Schreffler, we should talk about my idea and your idea. What is that? What is that word that people use now? Ideate?
Ideate, yeah.
Ideate. We should
It's
ideate.
like a design thinking word, yeah. All right, let's see. So, artistic maps of Greece showing Sparta, Athens, and the Athenian landing on the isle.
I need to get Steve to install. I need to get you to install that third-party program that I use for the sound.
Okay, cool.
Now that I've figured out how it works.
And it works pretty well, I guess. That's great.
I guess so. Athenian general.
Makes you want to play Age of Empires or something too, doesn't it?
Makes me want to play Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Unsurprisingly, I think I own most of them too.
I don't. I probably own at least one of them though.
Makes me want to play Civ 6. Well, I like you,
Who said that?
Becky.
Uh,
Civilization's my jam. So I have almost 2,000 hours on Civilization 5 at this point. I have about 700 hours on Civilization 6.
I have about an hour.
Installed 5. Brad Treffler, we need to play Civ 5 together. We need a multiplayer Civ 5. There's nothing cooler.
You know what? Now
there's
that...
nothing...
I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
I was just going to say that would be perfect for a stream one afternoon.
It's a little boring if people, especially if people are slow, but I love it. I could do it all night, man. There's nothing more like absolutely nerdy than spending your Friday night playing Civilization 5. But I would totally get on a stream and play Civ 5 with people. Oh, City Skylines is maybe the only game that is perpetually installed on my computer.
Really?
Oh yeah, that and Civilization. So Civ 5, 6, and City Skylines. Every time I format my computer, those 3 get installed instantly.
Maybe I should look at City Skylines.
Oh, it's amazing. City Skylines was, especially after the disappointment that was SimCity. The newest SimCity, City Skylines is a revelation. It's
awesome,
absolutely stunning. It might have, I wouldn't call it pricey DLC. I think that developers need to eat, and I don't have a problem paying for good content for good games.
Right.
The fact of the matter is that, again, especially coming off of how terrible SimCity was.
Now, the only thing I'm not so pleased with this right now is they're talking all about this war and such, and they have the technology and the everything. I don't know why they're not kind of giving us
it.
Yeah, that to me would be a lot more
probably
fun.
Take a lot of development time to do it.
But don't they kind of have it in the regular game or not so much? Maybe not.
I don't know. Why aren't more of these games cloud-based? Wouldn't that help with hardware requirements? Well, this could probably be played on Stadia, but the reality is it requires really good graphics to run.
I think the future still has us at this thing where all you'll need is a screen when we get to that point where we're really leveraging things like 5G technology, but we're not there yet.
I'll tell you that NVIDIA cloud-based service is pretty wild.
Yeah.
If you've seen it. But the only downfall with the NVIDIA one is that you can only play games that you already own. Like Stadia, you can buy or rent games or play them like as part of the subscription, right? Where NVIDIA's cloud service is basically just letting you play games. You have to connect your Steam account to play. But then you can play on a high-end computer. It's pretty cool, actually. Great for traveling. I've got it on my, I don't travel anymore because no one leaves their house. But, in a world where people leave their houses again, I have it on my laptop. This NVIDIA thing.
So some of it's streamed games?
It is streamed, but it's being run on a computer in an NVIDIA kind of.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's the direction we're going. So when we get to that place, to answer things like Becky's question before about what technology needs we'll have in the classroom, that will answer that problem. Then we'll just need a subscription to the service, and then it becomes all about the infrastructure, which I'm going to just go off a little here. I know, but I figured it'd be more fun to visit that wolf for a second because I still want to see more war that I'm not seeing. Did I? Was I at this one?
The blue ones
Yeah.
are done. The
See?
yellowish
Oh,
ones
blue
are-
means it's done. Okay, that's good. So
Yeah,
we're almost
and
at the end.
This is, I think, the end.
And I thought I was taking you on an exciting battle tour, so I feel I'm just a little disappointed in that, but I'll get over it.
I can't think of, for this subject, like, I mean, it's, the reality is you're limited by the subjects that this content covers, right? In this case, Greece, and in the other one, Egypt. I can't think of a more powerful, this is like you said, an interactive textbook. In some ways, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And again, if we get to a point where, in other words, as they develop more content and they provide all of the content that would be in a textbook, and we transfer over to subscribing to this service, then it becomes viable for them as well.
Yeah.
There's a point I think where economically they can make it worthwhile, and we can get rid of boring textbooks.
Yeah.
But that's kind of where I am.
You can definitely, oh my God.
So Becky said what I was kind of thinking. They talk about hoplites, but represent them with banners. I mean, why not? Why didn't they just throw a bunch of hoplites in there and I mean, I think even have them do something, but at least that would have been better than these just pictures of each color banner. That's just, so far I'm loving it, but that I would have to complain about that. But see, that's funny too. So Becky also says, since it's war, maybe they don't want to include depiction of war. That's so interesting to me too, because that brings us to all of our questions about education and literature and everything. Like, we can read about these horrific wars. We could even watch some videos that are documentaries that have that, because it's in the educational context. So I don't see why. I think that would, I believe that would enhance the engagement in the right context for kids, but that's my opinion. Extra development costs, absolutely, that must be a factor. Yeah. So there's some interesting questions there. But I mean, like you say, it's beautiful, it's interactive, it's engaging. It'd be far more, I would learn better in this environment if this was the way I was experiencing the content, that's for sure.
So I'm curious about something. I'm going to flip over to my screen here. I'm curious if I can go over to that spot on that hill over there.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, do that. Maybe jump down and then call for your horse or the bird. Yeah, Becky, you're so right. But I think it's just so interesting, that whole thing about, the violence. It's just a sticking point for me, because I'm struggling with when it's okay to depict violence and when it's not. And generally speaking, I think literature has a pass on being able to touch on many, many, many questionable, areas, subject matter. But when we, and I still believe that we show movies and things that have it. So, and this is more like an interactive movie than anything. So I don't know. I'm still struggling with that.
One of the things, one of the scenes, if you notice, one of the scenes passed by a building and it had like nude men on it, and I'm even like thinking about stuff like whether that would cause an issue for some. There are certainly some progressive school districts, and there are some school districts that are not progressive, and understand that history is history, and
right.
Statues of ancient Grecians were, nude in some cases.
Right. All of that. I mean, I think I think there's so much hypocrisy there, and I understand to some extent the argument that if I were the one playing and I'm shooting the gun, even if it's a war simulation, maybe there's a little more, maybe that's different from watching it or reading about it. But in this situation, it's no different than if I were allowed to watch it as a documentary film. In other words, I don't think there should be anything holding back from, in terms of the way the content would be presented, if you're comparing it to something like a film.
Yeah. Well, I think that we'd be doing our kids a pretty big disservice to not use resources like this if we had access to them.
Right.
And I mean, right now, friends, this is free.
Yep.
Like if you thought this had a cost to it, it does, or it used to. But you can literally go download this right now if you go to, I believe, if you go to Uplay, that's the Ubisoft kind of game store. If you go to Uplay and you can download both the Discovery Tour Egypt and the Discovery Tour Greece for free.
And they do look to me, I'm sorry, but from the website, it looked to me like it's really kind of for this week. So I don't even think it's, I don't think it's necessarily
it's like a time
continue
free
to be
play.
Free. I believe so. That's what I saw the last time. I'm going to look it up real quick.
Look at where I am. I got all the way to that. Amazing.
Oh, so here we go. Let's see.
Not to weigh in too hardcore, but some people just want to talk about or are only fine with the violence that is part of their confirmation bias. We all know. Totally jump. Let's see.
It says free to promote learning at home, at least. So there's, let's see.
Oh. There it is. That was pretty great. You're right. Can I jump from here? I can, but there's no wheat.
It says here from May 14th to May 21st. You'll be able to get it free and you'll be able to play it anytime. So I'm going to give that link in here because that does sound rather timed to me. And, we like to offer our viewers these great opportunities here. So here you go.
There you go. So I'm wondering if we do this one again tomorrow or if we just go right to Egypt tomorrow. We'll talk about that. But either way, we'll do the Greece one tomorrow or the Egypt one tomorrow, so that we get to take a look around at both of them. So come back tomorrow to watch that. What do we got this afternoon? Minecraft Hardcore.
Yeah.
We'll see if we survive another day.
Minecraft
Hardcore.
A couple other.
Tuesday,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Coding. Yep, coding on Tuesday afternoon at 1:00. Wednesday we're off this week. Thursday is Thursday morning, not sure. Thursday afternoon, probably Minecraft Hardcore. No. Thursday afternoon. Tell us Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, so Thursday afternoon. So we had the NASEF Face Off Challenge,
right.
which got over 100 entries. We spent hours yesterday judging them. So we're doing the kind of showcase of the entries, and we're going to announce the winners on our show Thursday afternoon. So we've had groups of kids from around the world creating hockey arenas of the future, hockey jerseys, and hockey logo and team logos, but with an innovative twist and such. over the past about month, and they're all done in Minecraft, and some of the entries are absolutely amazing. So join us. Yes, and I'll be on Brad's show tomorrow. So, but do join us Thursday afternoon. We'll get to see who the winners are. A lot of great stuff, really neat, creative, rah Minecraft for sure. And thank you, Madame Godet. Godet. Do you know?
Yep.
Okay. Excellent.
Very cool. Thanks, everyone. This was fun. Look at that view. That's a good way to end with a bird on the arm. All right, everyone. Have a great day, and we'll see you later this afternoon. See you later.
Bye-bye.